Taking a look at Minnesota, this is a must-win game for them after they were unable to steal either of the first two.
Yeah, must-win.
Getting ready for the Timberwolves. Smith, he's checked in for Gobert. McDaniels comes in for Anthony Edwards. Boston's checked in for LeVert. And Maledon subbed in for Russell. And Oklahoma City, looking at who they've got. We've got Luguentz Dort. He's out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Jang in at the small forward position. Towns on a screen. Smith finds Towns. The steal. Dort for three. Oklahoma City the rebound. Yep, count it. Give him 8.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 from deep. McDaniels passes to Smith. Here's Maledon. Outside McDaniels. There's the 3. The shot by Boston, no good. Thunder with a lead. Pass to Pokusevski. Takes the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Towns on a screen. Here's Boston. Now here's Smith. And here's McDaniels. 4 on the clock. Boston with the bucket.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Pokusevski from deep. That shot is off. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Outside McDaniels. Now here's Towns. He's closely guarded. To shoot. Here's Maledon. Nice shot from the wing.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Here's Pokusevski. Oh, got it off it. Now, as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. They've got Aleksej Pokusevski. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Holmgren, and it's Booker in at the small forward position.
What a pretty pass from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's capable as a scorer, but finds his teammate there.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, he's clearly not satisfied with the lead they have. Took it to the rack and would not be denied.
Back to Smith. Pass to Russell. Now here's Smith. Outside Russell. Counted from distance. Russell's got 12.
Well, it's key that you've got to maintain concentration throughout the game. And D'Angelo Russell, nice job in the catch and shoot.
Giddey with a screen on Russell. Here's Pokusevski. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists tonight. Outside Edwards. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. The 3. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So It's the Oklahoma City Thunder closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. Back to the game after the...
sad right now.
Well, they've got their rebounding to thanks for this lead. All first half, they were fighting for the ball.
Seeing how things are shaking down. Thanks for joining us. Time.
And thanks for sticking with us as this round one game continues.
MP. No, we owe you, MP. You don't want anything.
At the line for one.
I think what you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the size, athleticism, and instincts he brings to the position. This guy has the whole package.
We've got Edwards, Smith out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Caris LeVert, and it's Russell in at the one. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. Here's Edwards. Oh, the teardrop falls in. 9 points in the game.
Outstanding touch, boy. The floater is good for Anthony Edwards.
That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
And, you know, a close game, you got to find that edge. High-energy plays like that one can make a big difference.
Diddy against LeVert. Inside. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Outside Edwards. LeVert outside. The three ball. Drops in the three.
Well, you cannot allow Caris LeVert to square up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he's going to knock down that shot with great consistency.
Gilgeous-Alexander up top. Guarded by Russell. And it's Holmgren missing.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Russell, the pass to LeVert.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:56 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Let's go with a three. The Thunder pull it in. Booker's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
To the inside. And now we have an intentional foul. So it's Minnesota who's...
Victory is ours, gentlemen.
98, the Thunder. 97. Thanks for coming out to support your team. Make sure to get home safely.
Taking a look at Minnesota. Greg, no doubt, this is a defining moment for him, trying to even things up after 4. Checked in for Rudy Gobert. Maledon checked in for Karis LeVert. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Okashevsky's checked in for Holmgren. So the Thunder 5 right now. Josh Giddey is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Pokusevski in at the 4 slot. And that one, good. Edwards got 5.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. Upper body strength helps him down low.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive the second time.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Put your head down and make something happen.
A minute 50 left here in the first quarter. Pass to Maledon. Now here is Smith. Timberwolves passing it around. And Edwards with the stop.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Here's Booker. .122 left in the first quarter. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Pokusevski with the bucket.
And I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander knows that this is an assist play in the making. Finds the open man.
Russell kicks to Smith. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Out to the right wing. Outside Russell for 3. And no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Pass to Booker. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pokusevski can't hit. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Smith outside. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Oklahoma City. Substitution on the court.
Well, it's been a hot at the end of the first quarter of Here for the Timberwolves. Here is Russell. He has 6.
Standing out of bounds violation. Thunder ball.
Thunder trailing by 4. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Russell is out there with LeVert. Then there's Edwards. And it's Smith in at the power forward.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. .146 left in the first half of basketball. 4 on the shot clock. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
You look bad out there.
1:31 left to play here in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Booker.
Capable of running the offense, and now a new one for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Minnesota shooting well, 50% for the 4. Russell kicks to Smith. On the clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Step your game up, MP.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 11 points in the game. Booker in the corner. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Now the Timberwolves with it. It's LeVert on the wing. Back to Russell. From downtown, up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Well, you got to chase him off the three-point line and not let him get into that kind of rhythm as Russell knocks one in.
Now, here's Holmgren. He's covered closely. Here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
What a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
With 1 on the clock, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And a close game so far for the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves lead by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
So far, their shot selection has been excellent.
Seeing how things are shaking. That'll do it for our show tonight.
And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues. So it's the Timberwolves who come up.
Way to work, boys!
Your Minnesota Timberwolves, 88, the Thunder.
Oklahoma City, it's been a tough one so far. Back and forth through the first 4 games.
And we all know they have home court advantage.
Comes in for Booker, and it's Dort in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Smith, he's checked in for Minnesota. Maladon comes in for LeVert, setting the floor for the Timberwolves. We've got Smith. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Maladon. Then there's Edwards, and it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's Pokusevski on the wing. Pass to Giddey. Takes a 3. Shot clock at 5. Offensive board. Here's Holmgren. Soft touch off the glass.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Minnesota in the lead. Russell pass to Smith. 1:25 left in the first. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Jang's checked in. McDaniels is checked in for Minnesota. Boston comes in for Russell. Outside Giddey. Here's the pick. From the low block. And he drops that one in.
The execution has been better lately. But do they have enough energy to pull it off?
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They made a nice push to keep it close.
Here's Maladon. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Already 6 of their points coming off second chances. Pretty impressive.
Here's Giddey. And it...
Defensive foul. Theo Maladon. First personal foul.
That free throw good from Giddey. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 from deep. Pass to McDaniels. Carries it down low.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Outside Giddey. Can't nail the jumper.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great score.
The Timberwolves, 29. Substitution on the court.
Josh Giddey out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Holmgren. Then there's Aleksej Pokusevski. And it's Jang in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. That gives them the lead. Giddey's got 13.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Russell, the pass to Smith. Pass to Towns. Clock at 6. Edwards with it. He's against Jang. And Edwards with the basket on the assist from LeVert.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Here's Jang. And he converts the layup. And the Thunder lead by 1.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, and in close games like this one, BA, you need toughness. Guys who will run to the fight and get after it.
LeVert goes against Giddey. LeVert outside. And here's Edwards outside. Sends it home from three-point land. Edwards has got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, Edwards is still tweaking his three-point shot, but it sure looked good there.
Pass to Jang. Here's Pritchard for 3. Here's Holmgren. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
LeVert outside. Back to Russell. 29 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Towns. LeVert outside. From deep three-point range. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Here's Pritchard, guarded by Russell. Here's Holmgren. From 13, chalk up 2 there. Holmgren's got 13.
I'll tell you, when he rises up to shoot, and with his height advantage, he knows he's going to get a clean look.
You know, for me, it doesn't get any better.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Thunder. They're up by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
You know what? I always talk about closing out possessions.
And looking at where the Thunder stand in the... Glad you could join us. Right.
Great to have you with us again as we return to our coverage of round one. One guy who's been getting it done is Josh Giddey.
And if he felt any pressure...
And so it's the Thunder who come out...
Taking a look at Minnesota. Well, Greg, we know it's an uphill battle from here, down 3-2, and there's no wiggle room. For Oklahoma City, Okashevsky's checked in for Holmgren. Zhang comes in for Booker. Dort, he's checked in for Josh Giddey. And it's Pritchard in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Taking a look at the Thunder, they've got Zhang, and it's Pokusevski in at the 4 spot. Passes to Pritchard. Takes the 3. The shot comes out.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Paladon passes to McDaniels. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Karl-Anthony Towns, too big, too strong, too high off his feet.
Pass to Pokusevski. Dort wide open. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Minnesota in the lead. Swiped away. Teardrop shot, and he lays it up and in.
What an effort by Lou Dort in transition. Gets up the floor, makes himself the best option.
Paladon passes to McDaniels. Here's Towns. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. And Towns throws it down.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Pass to Pokusevski. Now, here's Dort. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's the pass to Pokusevski. Carries it from 3-point range.
Well, Pokusevski's shot ready on the catch. His mechanics are really solid.
Here's Maledon. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And again, it's Minnesota.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back he was headed.
Back to the action. And we're back. Good to have you with us for 2K Sports coverage of Game 6. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
They've got Smith. Anthony Edwards out there with Russell. And it's Moore in at the 2. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards. At the line for Blue,
skill set that can make him a force. But it all comes down to paying the price and putting in the work now. Boy, that's not the result I would have predicted. Usually you can take those to the bank when he's at the line.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim, that's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Russell feeling it out a bit. From outside, off the mark. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Russell against Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, here is Russell. He has 6. That shot, no good. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Mercer, and the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
What a pretty pass from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's capable as a scorer, but finds his teammate there.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. From 10 feet out. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
More dishes to Russell. Six to shoot. Over in the corner, Edwards. Over Booker. Edwards can't hit.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Here's Mercer, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Not the kind of...
So it's Oklahoma City heading
to the first half with the score. Your Timberwolves 41, the Thunder 48.
Relying on their subs to carry the load offensively.
Seeing how things are shaking. Thanks for joining us.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round 1. Lineup here for the Timberwolves. Okashevsky's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dort comes in for Booker. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
So the Thunder 5 right now. We've got Gilgeous-Alexander. He's out there with Josh Giddey. Lou Dort out there with Holmgren. And it's Pokusevski in at the power forward position.
And guys, just really impressed. They made big plays when it counted, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for the Thunder.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And so this will do it. They'll end up taking the series in 6 games, 4-2.
Yeah, it gives them just a little bit of time to rest and study some tape. They've got a much tougher hill to climb in the next round.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Chet Holmgren.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
Maladon passes to Smith. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. And another three for Minnesota.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And they do it. They'll move up.
That's the end of the game.
Enough for wins, MP.
We want to thank everyone who came out for tonight's game. Please enter.
For some of these players, this opening night will be their first. What's your advice for guys making their NBA debut, Smitty? Change here for Portland. Now a timeout called by Minnesota. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Jalen Brunson is out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Johnson, and it's Brown. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Simons, right side. And he banks in the layup.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Pass to Boston from downtown. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Simons outside. The three. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds. And the Trailblazers shooting about 40% in the early stages of this game. Launches a three, and Brown with the stuff.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Smith. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Just 5 to shoot. Well, there's the shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
We are off. Really good.
From deep. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves 10. The Trailblazers 22.
Both teams making some changes here. That's good from Nurkic.
A player like Nurkic is a good piece for any squad. They can rely on him to take care of business inside on both ends of the floor.
So the Trail Blazers 5 right now. Lillard and Sharp are the guards. Hayes is out there with Josh Hart. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Pritchard, no good. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Hayes, shot's good.
Jackson Hayes.
The Timberwolves have gone 7 for 11 in the second quarter. Towns on the screen. Back to Pritchard. 5 on the clock. Towns down low. Defended by Nurkic. That one's off. He's 1 for 6. Here's Sharp. Nails it. And he's 1 for 5 with that one.
Yeah, there's such a smoothness to his game. What a soft finger roll.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And he drains the turnaround J.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
Down low. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. 44 seconds left in the second period. And here's Smith. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Towns. Lillard pulls down the board.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Here's Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
Nurkic has it going on right now. Keep feeding the big fella.
Here's Pritchard. Feet out.
Oh. Damian Lillard. First personal foul. Third team foul.
He has contact.
And so he makes both from the line.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has
one. 41. Fans, put your hands together and get loud for the Jabberwocky.
Hey, everybody. Both of these guys playing at their peak. And now let's look back on that first half of... Thanks for joining us. Time to...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Without question. New group for the Timberwolves. For the Trailblazers, Minnesota shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. We've got Teo Maledon, and it's Boston in a 2-guard. So that's the Timberwolves 5. To the middle. Pulls up at the elbow. The shot, no good. And it's Portland the other way.
You know, at the 2021 draft, there wasn't much doubt that Keon Johnson was the best athlete in the class. Elite is the word you hear to describe his physical gifts.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, with the yearly roster moves, it might be hard for the casual fan to keep track. But Commissioner Silver said it's a necessary side effect. He said, quote, "We tried to tie performance to pay in a closer way, and I think that's what you see with shorter contracts." Brian, more player movement has been the result.
Yeah, good point, Allie. Thanks.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Here's Maledon. He's got 5. The Timberwolves again can't hit. You know, when it comes to Johnson's athleticism, that really comes into play on defense.
B-A-Y, he's high energy, he's tough, and he's active. And with the motor he's got, he never stops working at that end. He's going to be a defensive stopper in this league for a long time.
I just love the ball movement.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Pass to Moore. Here's Maledon. To end the run. Rejected by Brown. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
Substitution for the Timberwolves. Anthony.
If you don't see it, pass it. 4 others out there.
They set the pick. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. On the wing, Simons. Can't cash in.
Get out there. Make them work for it. Give up the rock, MP. You're wasting it.
It's evolved because so many players today have the skill set to be a point forward. Before me, there were guys like Paul Pressey and Scottie Pippen in the 80s and early 90s. But as I said, players today, the skill level is so elite. And with this positionless basketball that we're in, you must have a point forward or 2 on your team to be successful.
So the Trailblazers 5 right now. Sharp out there with Jackson Hayes. Then there's Damian Lillard. Then it's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Brunson in at the 2.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Pritchard, defended by Lillard. Just 5 to shoot from behind the arc. The Timberwolves again can't hit. For Portland, they've gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the 4th. And we've heard the cautionary tales in the past. Does it seem like players today are getting better financial advice, in your opinion, Grant, to make their money last?
Yeah, B.A., I think they're getting better financial advice, but I also think that the times that we're in, I think there's more awareness. Players understand the pitfalls or potential setbacks, the social media, digital age, all the information's there. So players today, yes, they're making more money, and I actually think they're doing a better job of protecting and saving their money, too.
The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sound. Yusuf Nurkic. If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Bowman. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
The team's changing it up here.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Now here's Smith. Shot clock at 5. And the shot clock expires. 24-second.
Substitution on the court.
And it seems the league's dress code is now leaving more, let's say, wiggle room. You good with that?
Yeah, a lot of wiggle room, at least compared to when I played when it was more of a business casual environment. But I think it's great. Let the players be themselves. Let them be authentic. And I think in a weird kind of way, it endears these players to the fans at home watching on TV.
Like a bunch of runway models before and after every game.
No question, no question.
To stop the drought. Good as the jump shot falls.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Trailblazers.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
Portland has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Simons, left side. Pass to Carr. Shot from 16. Another one falls for Portland.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Sinks that one from the post.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense. And the technical free throw missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however.
It's obvious that Simon's game is the product of hard work. You don't get to be as accurate as he is without lots of practice time.
And there's the screen from deep. Johnson. And it's Gobert with a rebound. So no problem for Portland as they get the win. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that'll do it for this inaugural game.
I've always wondered this, Brent, for the players, do they approach these early season games any differently than a game in, say, April? Both teams will make substitutions. The Timberwolves gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. Taking a look at the Thunder, we've got Lou Dort. Zhang is out there with Booker. Then there's Holmgren. And it's Robinson in at point. Booker, and he banks in the layup. Booker's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive the second time.
James, first personal foul. At the line for the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards. At the line for 2.
And they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Minnesota making a switch. Boston's checked in.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on two things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement. And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Edwards kicks to Smith. The pass to Towns. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Improving to be a prolific scorer from anywhere on the floor. That's a gimme for Towns.
It's Dort on the wing. Oklahoma City moving it around. Booker, no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Left side, Towns. Steps back and shoots, and Holmgren pulls it down.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Right wing, Jang finds Booker. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge. And it's been a pretty even. Minnesota.
They haven't been afraid of getting hit on the way up, marching their way to the line and capitalizing.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
Smith is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Pritchard in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves.
And a nice stroke that's coming along for Josh Giddey.
And now the latest from our reporter David Aldridge.
Thanks a lot, guys. Josh Giddey has been attracting admirers, including LeBron James. The King said he's really, really good. He has a great pace about the game, great vision. Josh is one of those kids who can definitely see the game a lot quicker than most guys out on the floor. And he's showing it. Just been playing beautiful basketball. Kevin, that's high praise.
It is both amazing passes. David, thank you. Here's Pritchard. Gilgeous-Alexander cover. Gobert the pass to Moore. Here's Pritchard. Gobert with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. A shot by Pritchard, no good. The Thunder with the lead. Floats it up for Williams.
Gilgeous-Alexander just getting better and better at creating for his teammates.
Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Here's Pritchard. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. They need this. And he sinks the layup.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
You know, one thing, Greg, the Thunder have done a great job drafting international players.
Players like Serge Ibaka, Steven Adams in the past. A few good ones on this current roster as well. Credit the OKC scouts for just finding guys all over the world.
Pass to Gobert. And here is Moore to the left side wing. 5 to shoot. From deep. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up. So maybe just a step.
Timberwolves all time.
What's going on with you and Pete? Pull it together, man.
Here they come. Now headed to the floor. It's your Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oklahoma City Thunder.
With the score, your Minnesota Timberwolves, 38.
Appreciate every second of this lead. It's never happening again.
They're in control so far because of their shot selection.
And now, let's take a glance ahead at the game. Thanks for spending halftime.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
And the way...
Back to Smith. So no problem for Oklahoma.
That's the end of the game. Thank you for supporting your team. We hope you had an awesome time.
For a fast-paced game today, it seems. These teams like to get out on the break and run as much as possible, Grant.
Hey, B.A., get your popcorn. There'll be a lot of speed out there, almost a track meet. Believe.
Yo, watch it! Substitution on the court.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time. Maladon.
Timberwolves substitution. Theo Maladon.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Outside, Brown. Offline with a three.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Edwards, a pass to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Well-coordinated play there. I mean, Towns rolls off at the right time. So important, the timing of that roll. It shows good finishing ability on the move.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
Edwards, a pass to Smith. Outside Edwards. From the arc. Called in by Brown. And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity. And he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can. Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
And it's Towns with the power finish.
Towns showing you the quickness and athleticism. They're getting off the floor to throw it down.
Pass to Carr. And here's Brunson. Outside, Brown. And the three off target. Minnesota has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Outside Edwards. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter here. Just 5 on the clock. Jacks up a three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the three consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
Pass to Brown. Three-pointer. The shot won't fall. Outside Edwards. Here's Maledon. No good on the shot. And so it's
End of the first quarter. With your score, the Trailblazers 10, the Timberwolves 17. And your Trailblazers Houston SC.
If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. We've got Smith, and it's Maledon in at point guard.
Well, you have to respect the quickness of Lillard now because he's excellent at using his hands to complement those quick feet to come up with steals.
Back to Maledon. Pass to Smith. Here's Maledon. And here's Smith. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here from deep three-point range. And it's Portland with a rebound.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Fast break, Minnesota. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Pass to Boston. Back to Smith. Here's Boston. Smith outside. To the wing, right side. From outside the arc. Deflected. And they're able to recover. And there's the shot. New group for the Timberwolves. And we've got 1:18 left in the second quarter. Simons finds Johnson. Shot to stop the run to the inside. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, they're trying to close this gap. Always a good option to probe the paint and see if you can get an easy one inside.
Smith with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Edwards, a pass to Towns. That one is off. Well, the Trailblazers shooting a low 28% so far in this one. Pass to Carr. Three-pointer sharp. The shot no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
As they say, live by the three, die by the three. When you're too perimeter dependent, it's hard to maintain consistency game in and game out.
You know, I think the lack of success from the perimeter really did them in. They just couldn't get it going from there.
Shot clock at 3. Ooh, once again off the mark by Minnesota. And so it's Minnesota ending the quarter up 10.
With the score, the Trailblazers 22, the Timberwolves 32.
You hear that? Somebody called the fire department.
And let's focus now on the two Glad you could join us.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, but
so we see the Timberwolves.
And that's the end of the game. Safe journey home, everyone. We've had a wonderful time hosting you.
Richard, we're expecting to get some real big highlights in this game because both these teams are exceptionally athletic. The Timberwolves, Smith comes in for Gobert, and Moore subbed in for Dawson. Then for the Grizzlies, Drummond's checked in for Vucevic, and Thomas subbed in for Williams. So on the floor for Memphis. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. Jaren Jackson is out there with Thomas. And it's Drummond in at the center, locking down the middle. Smith on the wing, over to the left wing. Pass to Maledon. Just 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Connects from three-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Thomas finds Morant. Here's Drummond. Misses the baby hook. 1:46 left to play here in the first. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have it.
What? Come on, man. That's a
At times can be overwhelming. Awesome at staying with the shot, even when the pressure is on.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Amazing that Bane fell to the last pick in the first round in 2020. You look at his size, the strength, the range on his jump shot. When shooting's a premium, he should have been drafted earlier.
Here's Boston. Plays it up and banks it in.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And they double up Morant. Outside Thomas. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Ernie, guarded by Morant, and foul on the shot. So
second personal foul, 15 foul.
It'll go about 77% from the line.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Memphis leading by 8. Morant with it. 6 points for him. And Lee with the stuff.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Pass to Smith. Dishes it to Moore. Bird kicks to Smith. And here's Moore outside. And the last shot of the buzzer done.
At the end of the first quarter, the scores. Your Minnesota Timberwolves, 13. The Grizzlies, 23.
Oh, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We've got more in store for you right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you, Stan?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Lee out there with Williams. And it's Vucevic. Then it's Thomas. Here's Fernie. No good on the three.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
13 feet away. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot, any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game away.
And the shot goes in.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
Outside Williams. Double team on Thomas. Memphis moving it around. Lee finds Vucevic. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And despite the double-digit lead, still in attack mode, getting their feet wet there in the paint.
Boston, no good. The Minnesota Timberwolves come into this one after the win against the Trailblazers. And Williams gets it to go on the assist by Thomas. And the Grizzlies.
Timberwolves all time.
Other guys on your team can shoot that team.
Bain getting it done for the
first half. With the score, your Minnesota Timberwolves 36, the Grizzlies 49.
We use a lot of hyperbole around here. I can't.
And let's get back to our featured game. That is more than enough of.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. So it's the Grizzlies now. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. They grab their own miss. Drummond, he makes the Johnny from the left block. Drummond's got 5 points so far.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Burney covered by Lee. Here's Boston. 8 points for him. Over Bain. And once again off the mark.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves 57, the Grizzlies 84.
Very few easy points. Back right after this. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Back to Smith. And for coaches' challenges, the refs review their own calls. It's a little like grading your own test. Maybe, Greg, give that job to the review center.
You definitely risk a confirmation bias, and everyone wants to be right. It does seem like some calls stand that probably could be reversed.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Back to Smith. Burney, defended by Milton. And the pass to Smith. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Memphis. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Grizzlies. He's currently suffering from shin splints and is in a lot of pain right now. This is never the way you want to lead off, but they have no choice. They still have to play the games. Kevin, back to you.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially.
Substitution for your Timberwolves. Theo Maledon.
Now here's Milton. Pass to Reeves. To the paint. That one falls.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Pass to Maladon. Now Smith. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. McLemore, the pass to Smith. Out to the right wing. No good from outside.
Yeah, no triples for him here in the second half. One fell in the first, though. Can he turn it up?
Passes it to Washington. Fires the 3. Reeves can't hit. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Maladon passes to Smith. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. From deep. The shot will not fall. And the Grizzlies going the other way now.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Reeves. Guarded by McLemore. Shot from the wing. Bird pulls it in. Bird's got his 5th rebound in this one. Back to Smith. Greg, you read about Jimmy Butler starting his own coffee company, and he did that in the NBA bubble, and he drinks, he said, about 5 cups of coffee a day. Do a lot of NBA players drink coffee to keep them going and get that extra burst?
Absolutely. I remember drinking coffee on the bench late in my career. It's kind of a comfort food, warms you up a little bit, and all good things that can get you ready for action, I'm for.
Reeves the pass to Milton. Drives to the hoop. Rebound, Minnesota.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Grizzlies.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Desmond Bane.
Oh, he was at the center of everything that happened in this game. His energy was felt throughout the building, and his impact, well, it was incredible.
Now Smith. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
No hustle, no more. Pathetic, MP.
And here's Morant. So no problem for Memphis.
That's the end of the game. Thank you, fans, for cheering on your team tonight. Please get home safely, and we hope you'll join us again soon.
We should be in for a show tonight, Doris. The amount of athleticism on the floor is unbelievable. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
We've got a lot of game left, but boy, they are doing a tremendous job on the offensive glass.
On the court right now for the Grizzlies.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Pass to Lee. Can't get the go-ahead bucket.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
1:14 left in the first. Pounded by Morant. An easy two on the layup.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Memphis trailing here. Drummond with the screen. Inside. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
That one doesn't drop. Memphis has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. To the paint. Here's Lee, and he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
This night already has the makings of an offensive war.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Smith. Pass to Bird. Shot clock at 6. Smith outside. Here's Moore. Here's Bird. No good with the triple. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play.
22. The Grizzlies, 23.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
On the court for the Grizzlies. Morant and Payne in the backcourt together. Jackson out there with Nikola Vucevic. Here's Morant driving in. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
So explosive coming off the screen. Morant is sudden and deadly.
Here's Smith. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Lets the three fly. Moore's shot is off. Memphis has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Pass to Vucevic. Here's the three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Last game matched up with the Grizzlies. A tough loss there.
As they say, live by the three, die by the three. When you're too perimeter dependent, it's hard to maintain consistency game in and game out.
I think when you shoot as poorly as they did from deep in that basketball game, it's not going to go your way very often. The three ball too critical in today's NBA.
Towns for three. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball. Williams is checked in for Ja Morant.
That's how you defend. That's how you defend.
And the Grizzlies shooting a nice 50% for the game. And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around. First half comes to an end. We've got
So far, they're the more physical team. They came in here.
And now let's talk about that first half. Thanks, as always.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And you know, Anthony Edwards. Now called Memphis.
One more time for your Timberwolves dancer.
We've got Smith. Also, Karl Anthony Towns out there. Edwards out there with Maledon. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Vucevic, the pass to Jackson. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Well, you can see why his teammates love playing with him. Vucevic willing to find the open guy.
Here's Maledon. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Morant. He shoots. And the Grizzlies get another bucket right there.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Pass to Smith. Outside Edwards. Back to Smith. Outside Edwards. Smith passes to Edwards. Back to Smith. 6 to shoot. Here's Edwards. Smith finds Edwards. Now Smith. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot. So it's the Grizzlies now. Now here's Morant. And so the Grizzlies take the win. They played the...
Folks, we'd like to thank you for coming out and supporting your team. Please drive home safely, and we hope to see you again at the next event.
No tricks, only treats here, Greg, is we've got NBA action on Halloween. Greg, I have seen you sport some very interesting costumes over the years.
Yeah.
Timberwolves call timing.
Timeout called for Minnesota.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Edwards finds Smith. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Back to Edwards. Smith the pass to Edwards. It's Edwards on the wing. Smith outside. He dishes it to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Mills. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Smith.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
To the middle. Here's Ellis. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Timberwolves leading by 11. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Guys, I did have a chance to talk with the head coach of the Kings. He said he honestly doesn't know what to expect. This is the first meeting between these two teams this year, so there'll be some feeling out at the beginning. But he told me sometimes that's when we're at our best, and we're relying on our instincts and awareness at the offensive end. Kevin, we'll see if that holds true.
Thanks, DA. Sounds like, Greg, we can expect some fireworks from their shooters.
And the hope is that they take what the defense gives them rather than forcing things.
Could be about just two things for them right now, patience and trust.
Anthony kicks to Murray. And another three for Sacramento.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Out to Smith. The pass to Towns. Over Ellis. And again, it's Minnesota.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team.
37, 13, 24.
Such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll return shortly. And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And quite a position here for the Timberwolves to be in. What do you think, guys?
Coming in hot, and they were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
So with Ellis sitting on the bench, this is the group Mike Brown has right now. Julius Randle is out there with Murray. Then there's... About the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Anthony Melton. He's checked in for Cole Anthony.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Now, here's Melodon. 9 points in the game so far. This one for three. Randle grabs the board. The Kings trail by 13. And Greg, just like you, Julius Randle is a southpaw, left-handed.
Yeah, you know, the angles are different for lefties. We operate a little differently. And I think that can throw defenders off. So I'm always going to pull for the southpaw.
Back to Smith. Boston the pass to Smith. Here's Boston. He's guarded by Melton. Passes it to Boston. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Back to Smith. Pass to Melodon. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation.
Great to see.
I love his aggressiveness, getting buckets on buckets.
And now let's take a look at our power rankings and see who's ahead in the early going. That is more than enough of...
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance.
Teams changing it up here. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Here's Randle. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Shoots from 12. Fires from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. Randle's got 7 points.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there in the cohesion of the team.
TJ Ward, fourth personal foul, fourth team foul. Substitution on the court. Shooting for Sacramento.
Don't let these guys get the best of you, MP. They're nothing compared to you.
So it's Minnesota winning this one.
And your Timberwolves win. Your Minnesota Timberwolves. 120. The Heat.
It's early in the season, but we're already seeing some teams fall short of expectations. Grant, what are these teams? Some changes. Andre Drummond is checked in for Nikola Vucevic. Lee comes in for Jackson. And Williams is subbed in for Bane. So for Minnesota right now, back to Smith. Six on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Three-pointer. He can't hit that time. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
That ties it up. He's got 5.
Great vision by John Morant. Has the passing talent to average double-digit assists.
Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Outside, Williams. All alone. Count that one.
Yeah, when you make your mid-range shots, you force your opponents to adjust.
And you know the adjustments should have already been made. They know he's a good shooter from that spot.
Pass to Pritchard. Smith outside. Here's Moore. Smith with it. Here's Moore. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Morant, the pass to Williams. There's the triple. Memphis, the rebound. Out to the right wing. Second chance shot. Buries the jump shot.
Just taking what the defense allows, and that's a shot he'll make all night.
Here's Bird. Good work defensively.
At the end of the first quarter with the score, the Grizzlies 24, the Timberwolves 25.
We start a quarter number 2, and we return. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, let's quickly break down the game. What we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, what I love is the tremendous belief in their bench. They were looking for points, and their reserves delivered.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Edwards out there with Smith. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Boston in at the 2 guard. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Pritchard, and he drives in, and it's good. Fought through.
Slow down, ref. Let them play.
For the Timberwolves,
They felt like an underdog for as long as they've been around.
It seems to fuel each and every guy that plays here. BA, they want to prove the doubters wrong. It's something that has really brought this group together.
Vucevic, he's checked in for Memphis. And he's going for the oop here. Smith with it. He's picked up by Bane. And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Towns can't get it to go. Pretty even game going here in Memphis. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. And that's the third game out of 4 at home for them. Down low. And the power finish by Vucevic.
The big man, Nikola Vucevic. Strength and mobility. Booyah!
Back to Smith. To the paint. Oh, got a piece of it. And stolen by Morant. Guarded by Edwards. The open shot, Morant. Tries again. And that's 2 points on the layup. Morant's got 9.
He has elite athleticism, makes Ja Morant a threat on the glass, and you know he can finish.
Back to Pritchard. Pass to Smith. Outside Edwards. Smith with it. Back to Pritchard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Smith. Fires for 3. He drops it from range. 6 points for him.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Bane, the pass to Morant. Takes a 13-footer. Rebound Minnesota. Last time they met in Minneapolis.
And last time against this squad, they struggled to make free throws.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Smith. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight.
The Timberwolves, 40.
Man, I love how aggressive they've been on the offensive glass.
Changing things up now. Thanks for tuning in.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
He's been...
For Minnesota, Smith comes in for Rudy Gobert, and Pritchard is subbed in for Maledon. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Smith passes to Towns. Pass to Boston. Can they get it? It doesn't go for him. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Jaren Jackson. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
He's a smooth athlete. Even on a straight dunk, you can see Jaren's ease of movement in the air.
Shot is good by Edwards.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
He made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty. Oh, nice one-handed jam there, BA.
Hey, little exclamation point. And here's Smith. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Shoots from the baseline. And Edwards with the basket on the assist by Smith.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Outside Morant. Inside. Here's Vucevic. And he lays it up and in. Vucevic has got 11 points.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Pass to Pritchard. Back to Smith. Here's Pritchard. Now here's Smith. Here's Pritchard. Pounded by Morant. Now Smith. Back to Pritchard. Now Smith. 5 to shoot. From deep. The Grizzlies pull it in.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
The drive by Morant.
As creative as they come, John Morant has a style that's specifically his.
And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Pass to Boston. Back to Smith. Over to the wing. Here's Boston. Smith outside. Here's Towns. Covered by Vucevic. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Guarded by Edwards. Outside Morant. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it.
Boy, if you're the coach.
And so Memphis takes this one.